Tui tui tangata, tui tui karawai. TEC is serious about putting learners at the centre, and we're working to bring together the various data and information available to us to help learners and their whānau make the best decisions they can about tertiary learning. We want to make it easier for tertiary students and their families to engage with the system. So we're excited to be part of this project with the University of Auckland, AUT, Skills.org, DIA, Universities New Zealand and the Ministry of Education to prototype a new way to enrol. Tui tui tangata, tui tui karawai means weaving people together is like weaving a fine cloak, creating a taonga we can all be proud of. So let's have a look.
When I look back on applying to tertiary organisations, my strongest memory is how frustrating and time-consuming it was. I wanted to apply to 2 different places and had to get my qualifications and documents certified separately to complete each enrolment. But I didn't know that to start with. I thought you'd do it just once and it could be used for both enrolments. How wrong was I?
The situation at the moment is that a student has to establish their own identity with each and every tertiary provider they apply to. In addition, each of those tertiary providers must verify, validate and handle that identity themselves, though the student's only going to end up studying at one of those providers. There's a lot of waste involved in that.
I'm sure that's a very tedious process for them and something that seems strange in the electronic age we live in now.
After 2 trips to a Justice of the Peace and nearly missing an enrolment deadline, I was not a nice person to be around. Not a great start to student life.
So late last year, a group was formed to look specifically at the life event of moving from secondary school into tertiary education. What we found was that about 2/3 of students already have one of the Department of Internal Affairs Real Me accounts, using that digital identity to link with the National Student Index and the New Zealand Qualifications Authority with their brand new Learner API meant that we could stitch together a compelling business event that makes things really easy for learners to just log in, have their identity provided to their tertiary provider of choice, and then they're in. It's really simple and it works incredibly well.
When a new applicant or student wants to register and apply for admission through the university website, we start by redirecting them to the Real Me login. Using 2-factor authentication, student logs into Real Me, where they can see their verified information, such as name or date of birth, and the organization it will be sent to. This information is encrypted and instantly sent back. The next automated step is to use the discovered national student number to look up applicants' qualifications in the New Zealand Qualification Authority. We could see both secondary and tertiary qualifications, and based on that we can assess applicants' eligibility and complete registration. The whole process takes only a few seconds.
It would speed up the process, it would provide us with a source of verified information that we could trust.
It's really clear that there's benefits to doing this, and those benefits include a significant reduction in manual processing to get those identities into the tertiary provider systems, but also it makes the experience much smoother and much easier for the learners themselves. So just by logging in, they can all of a sudden be ready to go with the next steps of their applications for admission.